Yeah. All right. Good morning. Today is it was about 28 degrees this morning. Now I think it's almost 40 degrees now, so I'm already starting to sweat. Imagine that. So yesterday we got the turbo out of this thing. Turbos, I should say. We had to cut the EGR crossover pipe in two different spots, so on the passenger side and on the pipe itself. You don't have to cut them to get all this out. Once I saw the leak, it didn't really matter, so it just made it easier for me to get it out of the way. The pipe's leaking anyway, it's got to go. So can't have exhaust leaks on 6.4s. Not ideal. It's a great way to cost yourself a turbo, possibly an engine. So today I'm gonna get the manifold bolts or nuts to the up pipe so we can pull the up pipes completely out. We're gonna need to get those out anyway, because we're gonna change them. We got new ones here. The only problem I'm having is that I don't have the fitting for the EBP sensor. Those fittings, they never come out easy, so we're gonna try to get it out easy. I'm gonna put a lot of heat on it and hopefully it will cooperate. In a perfect world it will. The way I know this goes, it's not going to. I already know it's going to fight. So I ordered another one. It'll be here this coming week. No big deal. Try to think of what else. Yeah, so we're going to pull the up pipes out. Might be able to record it, might not. There's not a lot of room underneath this truck, and where I got to get those bolts, you can't even see it. This side's easier to see. The passenger side, you can see them from up here easier, and you can see them down there. You can kind of see the flange right there. But the starter, it's just kind of, it's a shitty spot, really. May have to pull the fender roll out to get to them. Maybe not. We'll see. I have pre-soaked them in 723 penetrating oil. I don't even know if they make this stuff anymore. I got it a long time from a plant. Probably about 6 years ago. But it's good stuff. So I sprayed those a couple days ago. It's soaking in. It's going to be priority one though. We'll get the up pipes out because it'll just be a lot easier to get the heat shield and everything out with the up pipes out. So my idea is if we can get the pipes out without having to pull any of this stuff apart, then we'll put the high pressure fuel pump in, put all the fuel lines and stuff back together, put the heat shields back on, and then we'll get the up pipes back in. Now, they should go in a lot easier than coming out because there's a lot less stuff. Now, granted, this one shouldn't fight too much, so we've cut the arm off of it. So, I'm pretty sure we got to pull the driver's side pipe to get the crossover, out of the way, just to give us more room. But who actually knows, right? But that's where we're at, though. So, more to come on this. We got the compressor in that, like we stated yesterday. It seems to be fixed, but it's too cold for me to test it right now, so I'll probably be calling him today and see if he needs it back in a couple more days. If not, then we'll wait and put some warm up here in about 2 to 3 days, and then we'll test it again there. We'll do a good road test on it for about a couple hours and see. I believe it is fixed though, and then we should be pulling the motor out of this thing today, maybe. That's it though. And then the bolt that broke off, which I just got it sitting over here on the back of the T-Rex. That guy right there. I'm just going to heat it up with the torch. Get it real hot, because I don't feel like, I have turbo housings. We got a housing here. We can pull the guts out of and put the guts in that one in if we have to. I have two more. I think 2 more turbos in the shed, honestly. But I'm not hurting for 6.4 cores. Got plenty of them, so. But try to heat it up, get it out there, rethread the hole. That way we can use that housing again, because I don't feel like, doing that. But since both turbos look good, I feel good about running them more. Hopefully we can get 300K out of them. Wishful thinking. Since this is a first production run 6.4, 2006 engine, or December of 06 build engine, in a January of 07 truck. So, pretty neat. Early. Yeah, because the build date on that 12/04/06. This was early 6. The 6.0s were still in full production run in the Super Duties when this engine was built. It's pretty neat. But yeah, that's where we're at though. So we're gonna do that. Like I said, I may or may not record the underneath the truck, just because there's really no room under this. This truck sits too low right now. Not for long, but it does right now. So We're going to tour into her, try to get as much as we can done today. I don't need the fitting to put the up pipes in. I could really put, one thing I can't put in without the fitting I need is the U-bundle and fuel cooler, or U-pipe and fuel cooler. That's the only thing I cannot put in until I have the fitting, because I need to be able to shut my hand in this corner back here. So, but we got everything here. We got a new harness, we got all the fuel lines. Like I say, we're not going to change the fuel pump yet. I believe the fuel pump that came out of that engine is good. I got good faith. I think it's about a 75% chance, and I'm willing to gamble with those odds. Anything over 3/4 is definitely worth putting a bet on. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing, and I think it's let's just dive off in this thing. I don't know, so we got not a whole lot of time today. We got a little bit to play with, so we're going to do what we can with what we got. Go from there. Alright, so I forgot to hit record when I was pulling the pipes out. Get a little carried away. So all I've done so far is I pulled the high pressure lines off from the pump to the rail, and then both feed and return lines. That's all I've done, and unplugged the the heat shield obviously, and unplugged the main harness. So we have all this stuff here. This is all that came off. We ended up cutting the passenger side pipe, but I couldn't get this probe out, and this was hitting the down pipe, and that allowed me to get the up pipe out, or excuse me, up pipe, yeah. So this is the driver's side pipe. See, we definitely have a leak going on there. That's no bueno. Which is ended up changing them, and of course I bought a new fitting because this guy, they ain't gonna come out no matter what you do, which is fine. Expected everything, you know. It's a 20-year-old engine. So screw it. So here's the new stuff here. This is the passenger pipe. This is the driver pipe. Nice new bellows, all nice and pretty, gorgeous. We're going to plug the hole here. It's for the pyro, and then I'm pretty sure, yeah. So the pyro goes there, and then the EVP will go here. So again, the fitting won't be here till this week. This is what it is. Here's everything for the high pressure pump, new lines, new gasket and harness. This is the gasket set for everything. So cool stuff there. And then like I said, now I'm just gonna pull unbolt the cover. I'm pretty sure we got a gasket for the turbo pedestal too, so I probably will just go ahead and reseal that as well. Don't see why we shouldn't. Because we're here, right? I mean, I've already paid for them. That's what we'll do. So, that's what it looks like. A lot more room for activity, especially with the up pipes not in the way. Makes it a lot easier, but it's definitely doable with the up pipes there, and it's far easier and less pain in the ass really to leave the up pipes in, of course. But you know, we got to change them because we found them leaking. We can't acknowledge the leak and then keep running them, because then we're just going to cost ourselves the turbos. We're just going to end their life real short. I did see what did concern me a little bit, how wet it is on the bottom of this V-band. Yeah, I'll just cut my finger open again. I don't like that. So we're going to pull this off real quick. We're not now, we're going to pull it off. I'm going to put the high pressure pump in first. We'll put the new pump in, we'll seal all this stuff up, we'll get this back together, and then we'll check the turbo before the turbos go back in, right? Because if it is bad, I want to take care of it now while it's out. Then, you know, wait and do it later. Because, you know, it ain't me, right? Remember how this goes? I mean, you can see here it's been leaking too. Look at that flashlight. That's underneath there. I don't know how well the camera picks that up. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. It's definitely leaking all around that V-band though, so it may be out of the way. It was dry out the back. We'll see though. That one is the easier one to change. I can change that turbo with everything in the truck. You just have to undo the mounts, pry up on that side, get the gaskets out of the way, undo the V-band, and then you can just pull it out. Well, of course, you got to pull the U-bundle fuel cooler out, but not too bad. So, whatever. Well, that's what we're going to do. So, nothing to it but do it right and see if we can get this done, wrapped up in just a couple more hours, and we'll just be waiting on fitting. I gotta buy a new one of these too. We done threads on this sucker all screwed up trying to get it out. It's just welded on there. Screwed the threads up on that. Obviously that's not coming out. It is what it is. It's old. It's old. Got a lot of heat cycles, a lot of wear. So, well, let's get more to it then, I guess, because I don't want to be working on this thing any longer than I have to. This is free. This is free time. It's cost me money doing this. I don't like costing. I like making. Alright, as y'all saw, we put the fuel pump back in it. But a slight plan change though. We didn't put the pump directly in it because, well, it had some rusty fuel in it. I wasn't going to risk that, so what I did, I pulled both sensors off. Put both sensors on this pump and put the original pump back in the truck. Because the pump mechanically is fine. It's giving me no inclination that it has issues, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. Again, if it doesn't work, we'll just pull it back out and we'll put a reman in there if we have to. Ideally, it'll work just fine. So now we're going to put the up pipes in it. So I'm going to climb underneath it, pull the old gaskets off, and then we get the up pipes in. Then we got the pipes here. I just cut the old probe off, use that for a plug on this one, and of course the EBP sensor will go up by the turbo on the driver's side. So that's what we're doing. Everything's been resealed. Put the new O-rings on, all that good stuff. And hopefully everything's good though. So we'll put the pipes in, get those bolted up, which should go, it really shouldn't be that much of a fight, right? We fought them getting them off. There shouldn't be much of a fight going back on. So hopefully all that'll be swell. We'll get that together. And we'll pop the turbos in after we check it, and then at that point we should be alright. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it won't be it keeps looking more and more expensive the more we get into this. So I mean, again, it's kind of expected. It's a 250,000 miles, 6.4. I mean, even just 250,000 miles on a diesel out of the way. I mean, the money's worth has been pulled out of the motors, or anything that's bonus, or anything after this is just all a bonus. So, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, so as y'all saw, we pulled it out. It's got oil. It's not the greatest, it's not the worst though. She's still got life in her. You can see there, it's definitely wet all around that rim here. See if it'll pull it from this angle. Yeah, it's all wet, it's whatever. And then this broke off again. Got it glowing hot. Now I heated everything around it, and more than enough to get it to unass, and it just refused. So it broke off. So now I'm like, okay, what the hell do we do? Just replace turbos or what? Because this is quite the situation, to say the least. And you know, it's disappointing, it's irritating, but it is what it is. There's just not really a whole lot I can do about it. So, like I say, so I'm at the point, did we just buy a new turbo, or did we change the housing, or, you know, it's almost like a sign, right? Like, hey, it's not a good move. I mean, I don't know. Now I'm pricing turbos. Oh man, these are exciting. Yep, so that's where we're at. Kind of shitty. Either way, I got two other 6.4 turbo sets. So I got the one that's out here that I pulled off of this motor, and I have another one I pulled off a truck a long time ago. They ended up putting used turbos on, and it's in the shed. I don't know the condition of the low side and either or. Well, obviously I think this one is not worth using, period. But oh well. There, when you find tools that you left like a dummy. Is my 8mm shotgun? Let's see what else we can find over here while we're looking. Probably not. 8mm is probably not here, and that's okay. So, yeah. Yes, I don't know. What would you do? What would you do? I had plans to build this motor to be, you know, the Mustang killer, I guess, but I don't want to say that because it's, you know, forward on forward action there. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of screwed up. I'm pretty irritated, kind of frustrated. Really at the point right now, I'd just rather just pick tools up and kind of come at it a different day, reevaluate the situation later. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That's going to be it for the video today. We'll be back this weekend and see what's going on. I know we got an oil core job on a 6.7 coming up, and we got a little bit of work to do for sure. But it's kind of is what it is. I mean, you know, it's just how it goes. It's what you get. You know, that's the thing. You know, you buy a new truck, you pay a lot of money, but you ain't got to worry about shit like this because, well, they're new. And you buy an old truck, you don't spend a lot of money, well, you got to worry about shit like this. So it's all good. I'm not mad at the truck. I'm not mad at anything. It's just, you know, just got to figure out the way I'm willing to go and how much money I'm willing to spend here, because, you know, I don't want to put bigger turbos on it when I have an engine that's, you know, got 250,000 miles on it. I don't want to push it any harder than I absolutely need to. So we'll see. That's where we're at right now, though, and TBD. So I'll see you on the next one.